Hi, I'm Kian and I am bored. I'm bored. When I look at my channel, I got bored and I want to make some changes. Have you ever laid down on your bed and suddenly you want to redecorate your room like out of the blue? That's how I feel right now with my channel. So I'm going to make a few changes, redesigning my Sona, my logo, just all of it. Also, this is gonna be a yap yap video. I'm gonna be talking like a lot, so strap in. First thing that I did was redesign my logo. My old logo was cool, but I feel like it didn't really represent me. It was kind of tacky, not tacky, tech-y, like technology, which is not at all what I do on this channel. It also gives me mecha vibe. It looks like a logo for a mecha anime, giant robots or whatever. And I want a logo that represents me better, something more whimsical or fun. So with the new logo, I used a more rounded shape for the lettering. It's more flowy, a bit cursive letter E, but not anything fancy or gothic. Space elements need to be in it because I do use a lot of stars in my visuals. With the cosmic stuff, for me it represents like a dreamy vibe, wishing upon a star or whatever. I also kind of see it as a representation of the universe. I'm not really religious, so when I ask for something, I ask from the universe. So the star represent that as well. TLDR, stars are cool and I like to use them in my art. I have to catch myself there before I blabber about my spiritual Anyways, I'm not a professional graphic designer or even a professional artist. So with designing logos or just my art in general, the design or artistic choices that I make are either just inspired from things that I find cool or represent me or my self-expression. Here is my logo. Please let me know what you think. Next up, I'm redesigning my Sona. I actually like my Sona here. I love the designs, the colors, the shapes. I do think it's iconic. Iconic. Of course, I'm biased, but I genuinely like it. However, it is simple. It's kind of basic. I designed this way before I started posting videos on this channel. I planned ahead, so this was like months ago, and now I'm getting bored of it. Initially, my idea was to do a design inspired by like 80s or 90s home workout videos, like the Jane Fonda ones. I don't remember why I didn't go with that idea because it honestly kind of sounds fun. And I thought of bringing it back for the redesign here, but I ultimately decided to incorporate more of my real life clothing style into the design, so a bit more casual. Not that this design is not casual. Baggy jeans is something that I wear a lot, so that needs to be incorporated in. So no longer this like slacks. I don't even know what this pants is supposed to be. This is really more restyling rather than redesigning. I did initially thought of changing the hairstyles, but I decided to keep it the same for sentimental reason. I've drawn my Sona with this hairstyle for like a long time, so I'm going to keep it that way. Another change that I'm making is getting rid of the color palette. I set a color palette for myself because I was watching a lot of like how to grow your YouTube channel videos, which a lot of them just suck. They're mostly for marketing or financial channels. I watched a video where they give advice to use attention grabbing title, and they use Mr. Beast as an example, or like really crazy things that YouTubers do. And I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to make art videos redesigning My Little Pony characters. How am I supposed to implement that advice? I'm sure those videos are useful for some people, but they're not for me. And in the end, they plug their overpriced courses. But I digress. As I was saying, I set a color palette because those videos said it's important to have a signature brand, branding. So I chose these three colors as my colors. Why those three? That's just what I like at the time, I guess. But doing this feels really restrictive. I need to stick to using those three colors or I will lose my signature style. It really is not fun, especially when doing the thumbnails. And it sucks because thumbnails are the most important thing. If your thumbnails look like ass, no one's gonna click on your videos. And my thumbnails don't look that great, to be honest. And they kind of look childish, which is not a bad thing. It's just not what I'm going for. Is it because of the set color palettes or is it just a skill issue? I don't know. But I need to change how I do them somehow. And with the whole AI age verification bullshit, I don't want my videos to be flagged as made for kids, or rather, I don't want people not wanting to click on my videos in fear that the AI will flag them as kids and needing them to hand over their ID and privacy. So I'm making a few changes. Again, with the thumbnails, and also with my voiceover. English is not my first language, and added with the fact that I'm reading from a script, I have the tendency to talk down in my videos. Maybe I'm just not used to recording into a microphone, but I'm going to be more aware of my tone while I'm recording. I also will say more things. I had a fear of hate, so I was always careful with what I say. But now I realize that, girl, it's hard enough to get people to watch you, let alone hate you. Let's focus on the first part for now. Also, there are people on this platform that say the most unhinged, heinous, and downright hateful shit, and they still have a platform and following. And there are also people who provide absolutely nothing in their content. So, who really cares what I have to say? This is gonna take a while to get used to though, so an immediate change that I can do is again the thumbnails. This whole age verification thing is a lot of bullshit. Like, are they gonna flag everyone under the age of 18 as children? Like, you're trying to tell me that a 17-year-old is in the same demographic as an 8-year-old? Like, be f***ing for real. I was 17 once, okay? I wasn't watching f***ing Cocomelon. So yeah, my videos are gonna be for adults now. Welcome, motherfuckers. Today we're gonna be f***ing talking about income taxes and boobs. Anyways, here is my new Sona. I also had to, redraw all my avatars and talking heads. This took a long time, 13 hours to be exact. So I'm not gonna show much because it was also mainly just copying and pasting and tracing. It's just a mess to watch, so here's a snippet. A big gripe that I have with having a new Sona design is I can't use those emotes that I design in my AI trend videos anymore, but I can just trace over them with the new design. I mainly only use 2 of them anyways. Last thing that I did was the backgrounds for my videos. The current ones are low-key boring. They're cute though, but I watch other art YouTubers and their shit are moving, bitch. Like, their backgrounds are moving. And I just figured out how to do it as well, and it's actually so easy. Like, I'm kinda mad at myself for not knowing this earlier because it's really not that hard. So my backgrounds are gonna be moving now. They're no longer static, they're no longer stationary, they are moving. Oh yeah, and it's a drawing of my faces as cherries. All of the backgrounds are gonna have some elements of me in it because I love myself and this is my channel. I was only able to finish 1 in this video, so if you want to see the rest, stay tuned. If you're a new viewer who just came across this video, hi, my name is Kian. I just draw and yap, and that's pretty much the vibe of this channel. If you're interested in that, stay here with me, please. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for always coming back and leaving nice comments. I really appreciate them so much. They make my day and motivate me to make more videos, so thank you again. Here's my new look. Let me know what you think. I'm excited for this change. I'm excited to make more videos. I hope you are having a great day, and if you have been watching up until this point, thank you, and I'll see you next time.